Hey guys, it's Scott's Game World here, and I'm here to show you everything that's new in Minecraft 1.5. Okay guys, so let's get started. To start with, I'm going to show you all the information about the brand new blocks, the Nether Quartz, Quartz Block, Chiseled Quartz, Pillared Quartz, and the Quartz Stairs. So all of these are really easy to craft, and the crafts behind me I'll show you them in a second, but to start with, what is it? It is a new ore which is going to be in the Nether, so Nether portal, go through, and then you can mine this stuff, and from it you will get this item, Nether Quartz, which you can see here. Also, I'm going to quickly take this opportunity to show you a new feature which has also been added, which means you can, if you right click when you're holding an item up, you can drag and it will place them all like so. And also then if they're all there and you want to collect them all up, double click and then they all go back to the same place. So you can keep doing this over and over, as you see. And yeah, it can be a really quite useful thing, so I just thought I'd quickly show you that. But this is Nether Quartz, and let's get started showing you the build. So it's pretty much exactly the same as if you were going to do it with stone. So the chiseled quartz is 2 slabs and you get 1 of it. Then stairs, exactly the same stair formation with the block, and you get 4 of it. And then 2 chiseled blocks gets you pillared quartz. To make the actual quartz block is 4 nether quartz in a square formation in the crafting table like so, and there we go, that's where you get it. What you can get now is nether bricks, which 4 nether bricks make nether brick, which is slightly confusing, but it's still really cool. So beforehand you could only get this from like fortresses sort of things, but now all you have to do is put netherrack in a furnace and you will get it. So this is really cool, just to make new blocks you can make kind of in your like legitimate worlds. It's a lot easier to make like buildings out of this. The next addition I have to show you is the trap chest. This chest is pretty much exactly the same as a normal one. You can store items in the same amount, however it actually gives an output of redstone power. So as you can see here, if I open in this chest, you will then see the door open. Look, as you can see, the door opens and the power output goes. However, because I'm in single player, the longest it will ever go is 1 block. However, if you're in multiplayer, say you've got 20 people on the server, then it'll have an output of 20, 5 people looking in the chest, 5, 4 people looking in the chest, 4, etc, etc. So that's really quite cool. Maybe it'll be really good for like adventure maps. You could do some quite cool dope 2-player adventure maps or more with that. And the build anyway is here. So it is a tripwire and a normal chest. Put in a crafting table like so, and you'll get the trap chest. If you don't know how to make a tripwire, however, the tripwire is here. It's just wooden planks, stick, and then an iron ingot, and then you get the tripwire. Next of all, we have weighted pressure plates. So these are a really cool addition, and once again I think they're going to be mainly used for adventure maps and such. So and as you can see on the wall, it says here 60 items and 600 items. That's because for the iron one to be fully charged, the redstone, you need 600 items on there, which is I think 9.5 stacks, and then here 60 items will fully make this one, which is just less than a stack. So I'll quickly grab, let's say, I'll grab 2 stacks of cobblestone, and then if you see, I'll throw all of these on, and you'll see there, you can clearly see there's a strong redstone output with the gold one. However, if I was to throw a stack onto here, there is like the smallest amount of output, nothing too much, and then once again throw another one on, then it goes even more, but still it's 9.5 stacks for it to be fully charged. The builds for the gold one and the silver one are exactly the same. It's just 2 iron or gold ingots, and then you'll get the pressure plate. Next of all, we have hoppers. These are probably my favourite addition to this release, and they're absolutely awesome. To use them, all you have to do is have the actual item, which I'll quickly grab now. Hopper, this is what it looks like. And then, for example, place a chest, shift click, right click on top of it, and then you can place the hopper on top. So I'll show you what it is. You may be thinking, if you don't know, what is it? And it is pretty much a way to get items. As you can see here, cobblestone. I can throw the cobblestone into the top, and they go slowly into the chest through here. So this is awesome. You can kind of create some sort of water system which will drop your items and then put it into a chest for you. This is the reason it's my most favourite addition. And also, what's great is you can kind of control what goes through and what not. As you can see here, I have a redstone power which is touching here, so if I tried to throw these cobblestone on top, they won't go in, they will just sit on the top. As you can see, they're a bit bouncy and glitchy, which they're just trying to get in. However, if I was to get rid of the redstone, they'll go straight away in, and as you can see, they start filing through. However, if once again I was to place a redstone power, they would stop. They wouldn't come out, they would just stop. As you can see, no more is coming out. So this is a really cool way to kind of control what's going in at what time, and you can probably create some quite cool systems. Do note as well that if I was to put the chest on top of here, if I was to put items into this chest, they would get sucked out from that chest into here and then eventually into there. So as you can see. Also, it works with dispensers, droppers, minecart chests, furnace carts, chests, etc, etc. As you can see here, it does the same sort of thing for a minecart. You just have to have it and then the rail on top, which is shift click to place on top again, and then put the minecart on top of that. Then when it drives over, it will take the items out, which is another wicked way to kind of control what's going in chests, and it's really useful. So then here is the craft. It is 5 iron ingots, like so, and a chest in the middle, and you'll get the item. These also work on brewing stands and everything else here. Next of all, we have the dropper, which is item I mentioned a minute ago, and it is really cool. I personally quite like it, and it is extremely similar to a dispenser. As you can see, the builds, the actual graphics are almost identical, except from the little like dropper and the shooting sort of thing. You may be thinking, what's the difference of them? Well, it is pretty much what they say. One's a dropper. If there was arrows in it, as there are, if you were to, well, okay, the way I've set this up, I can't really get a redstone signal, but if there was, it instead of shooting the arrows like a dispenser will, and so for example, if I set it off and I was standing here, it's shooting it and it would cause damage to me. However, with this, it will throw it out as if you were clicking Q, so it'd do it like so, and if that was an arrow, with here it'd shoot like it was in a bow, an arrow. So this is really cool. Going to be, once again, it's going to be something that's going to correspond, like work with the hopper, and it's really cool. So to build it is cobblestone, hopper, and redstone dust. It's really simple and really easy to use, and personally I think it's going to be a really good addition. There's going to be some awesome builds and kind of stuff coming out with these very soon, I'm sure. Next thing we have is a redstone block. So for many people have wanted this for a long time, as there's diamond blocks, gold blocks, iron blocks, etc. And now they have actually got redstone blocks, and as you can see, it does emit a signal, which is good because it is redstone. And yeah, it's really good. The build is here, as you can see. It's just 9 redstone dust, and then you get the redstone block. This is going to be really cool. Again, it gives off light and power, so it's just one of them blocks that kind of cool. And also, if you've got loads of it and it's taking up loads of room, then you can place it in blocks, and obviously when you put it back into a crafting table, you'll get your 9 dust back. Next of all, we have the Redstone Comparator. So with this, it is quite a confusing concept, or it's quite long-winded to explain, hence why I haven't actually got anything out here. However, I will have an annotation pop up now and at the end of the video, which will link you to a video where it will give you kind of demonstrations of how to use it and what to use. So as you can see, this is what it is, and this is the build. It's a really simple build. Nether Quartz, again, you'll find that quite a lot with this update, as they want, obviously, new item. You want to have new builds with even newer items. So this is what it looks like in like your hotbar, and that is the build. Next thing we have is the daylight sensor. So this is a really cool addition, and as you can see, there's power coming out of it at the moment. The sun is quite high, so it can like go up to, I think, 16 blocks far if the sun is like right above. However, if it is night, then you'll get either no output or 1 block output. So this is really cool. Some people I've noticed have created clocks using these, which is extremely cool, and obviously would be useful, so then you know whether to come out or not. And I think it's a really cool addition to the game. As you can see, it looks cool, and I guess a lot of people too will be having some cool ideas of what to do with it, and will work out some amazing stuff very soon. So here's the build. It is any slabs along the bottom, 3 Nether Quartz, and then 3 glass. And as you can see, that's what it looks like in your hotbar. However, it's more flat. What we have next, as you can see, is Activator Rail and TNT Minecart. So personally, this is something that I really quite like, just because it's TNT and it's great. So what this is as you can see here, is the build for the Activator Rail: 6 iron ingots, 2 sticks, and a redstone torch in the middle. And then TNT Minecart is just TNT and a minecart. So what's really cool about these is pretty much you can send these TNT and minecarts along minecart tracks. Once it hits the Activator Rail, it will then activate and blow up everything around it. However, the one good thing with this, especially good thing, is if it will not cause any damage to any supporting blocks that are supporting rail. So that means you won't have to keep rebuilding the same track if you want to continue, and it's not a waste, it's not going to destroy your items, and it's really cool. Next thing we have is you can now name mobs on Minecraft. So this is really cool. We'll grab a couple of zombies, and let's place in the zombie, and then literally you can call it whatever you want. So let's call it Derek. There we go. So then once you take it, as you can see, the egg is now called Derek, and it's got his name above his head when you look at him. So this is really cool. And also, if you get killed by him, it will actually tell you that you got killed by him. So if I change my game mode to 0 and let him kill me, and you will see that it will say that I have been slain by Derek. So this is really cool as well if you have name mobs and that sort of stuff. As you can see, I was slain by Derek. I really like that. It's it's a pretty simple thing. I really like it, and it's really cool. One of the last things I have to show you with this update is with zombies and skeletons. So now you'll find that skeletons are harder to melee now. So they're generally harder to hit, and I think may cause less damage depending on your difficulty. And then with zombies, they're harder to shoot now, but the same difficulty to melee. So this is really cool. I guess it's just trying to make the game harder in some respect, but it's quite cool anyway. Okay guys, so this is the final thing that I am going to show you with this release. It's kind of another really important addition, and it is that the range on these blocks have now all been increased, which is really good. Beacons before, as you can see here, it is now, this small one will now reach 41 blocks instead of 33. One up, which is 5 by 3, is now 61 blocks instead of 49. Then this one is 81 blocks instead of 65, and then this was 101 instead of 81. So this is going to be awesome again. Just more useful. You kind of got I have one in my world that I just play, and I've got one of these big ones, and I've got it so on. I think I can't remember what it's called. Haste. So I can just mine quicker, etc. And yeah, I always seem to walk out of it, and then it feels like it's taking 10 times longer than normal, which is always annoying. But it is a really cool addition. Obviously, you can't go wrong with a little bit of extra range. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you found this useful. If you did, then please subscribe and stay tuned for for more releases, including 1.6 when that's released, and more update news, and etc. etc. Once more, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.